Good day, viewers. My name is Mr. Farmakade from A Plus Model School. Today, we'll be looking into the subject mathematics, and on this, we want to look into the topic triangles. And under this, we'll be looking into the area, types, and properties of a triangle. Now, we have the objectives of the lesson, that is, people should be able to explain 1. The meaning of triangle, 2. Triangle based on types, 3. The area formula of a triangle for simplification purpose, then 4. Identify various types of triangle. Now, to start with, we have the meaning of a triangle. A triangle is a plane shape of 3 sides and angles. Total angle in a triangle is 180 degrees. There are 3 types of a triangle, namely 1. Scalene triangle, equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle. Now, to start with, we have scalene triangle. A scalene triangle has 3 sides and angles, but the sides and the angles are not equal. So that is a scalene triangle. Now, on the next slide, you can see the diagram showing a scalene triangle. You can see on one we have 1 stroke, on the second one we have 2 strokes, on the third one we have 3 strokes. So that indicates that the angle and the sides are not equal, and each angle is opposite to its own sides. So you can see. Now, we have some properties written under this. Number 1, no equal sides, which has been said before about scalene triangle. There is no equal sides. Number 2, no equal angle. There is no equal angle in a scalene triangle. Number 3, no line of symmetry. That is, you can't fold it to have a mini triangle. So that is what we call a line of symmetry. There's no line of symmetry. There's no way you can fold a scalene triangle to have a mini scalene triangle. Now, the fourth one is that no point of symmetry. So if there is no line of symmetry, you shouldn't expect any point of symmetry. Now, number 5, internal angles can be acute, obtuse, or right angle. So when you say the internal angle, they can either be acute, that is, they are of different types. It can be less than 90 degree, which is an acute angle, and it can be less than 180 degree, which is an obtuse angle, and it can be equals to 90 degree, which is a right angle. Now, number 6, we have the smallest side is opposite to the smallest angle, while the longest side is opposite of the largest angle. So like I said before, that the largest angle, the angle are opposite to one another according to their sides and angles. Now, the next one is isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle has 2 equal sides and angle only, and one other on equal side and angle. So an isosceles triangle has 2 equal sides and angle, but with just one on equal sides and angle. Now, from the diagram you see below, that is the diagram that is showing the properties of an isosceles triangle, we have the apex angle, which is the top angle, that is, which is dividing the 2 sides, the 2 base sides of an isosceles triangle. Then we have the line of symmetry. So an isosceles triangle has just one line of symmetry. That means you can fold it to have a mini isosceles triangle. So it just has just one. So let's look at the properties below, and you can see the way it is. It has this side, at the apex side there is 1 stroke, and at the line of symmetry side here, there is another 1 stroke. That means that side is equals to the other side, while the down part of it, which is BC or BE and EC, is not equals to AB and AC, but AC and AB are equals to one another. Now, what are the properties under this? Number 1, 2 equal sides. It has only 2 equal sides. 2, one line of symmetry. It has just one line of symmetry. 3, the 2 angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. So if it has 2 equal sides, that means it has 2 equal angle also, which are equals to the sides or opposite to the sides. Now, Number 4, the altitude AE bisect the base and the apex angle into two equal parts. So you can see the altitude AE where the line of symmetry is passing. You see that it bisects it into two equal parts, forming two congruent right angle triangle. That is, it forms two equal right angle triangle. That's the meaning of that congruent in that on that slide. Now, lastly, we have the equilateral triangle. What is an equilateral triangle? An equilateral triangle has three sides and angles equal. In other words, it has all sides and angles equal. So all the sides and angles in an equilateral triangle are equal. As the name said, equilateral, equal. Equi means something that is equal. Lateral means lines that are being drawn on those diagram you are seeing there. Now, so equilateral triangle, that is, all sides of the triangle are equal. You can see it has only one stroke, and one stroke. And you can see the angle in an equilateral triangle must be equal also. So therefore, if you divide 180 by 3, what do you have? You have 60. So each angle has 60 what? 60 degree. So that is an equilateral triangle. Let's look at one or two properties about equilateral triangle. Number 1, it says it has three equal sides and angle. Number 2, each angle is 60 degree, which makes a total sum of 180 degree. Number 3, it has three vertices and edges. Now, let me explain vertices and edges in figures. You have a building, let's say a rectangular building. You know there is a part at the building, on the building, that is very sharp when you are calculating the perimeter of that building. So the sharpest part of that building is called the vertex. It's called the vertex, plural vertices. Now, the side of that building that you can rest on, that is where you called the uh, edges. So that is why if you look at this diagram, it has three edges where the lateral line are being drawn on it. Those stroke you are saying, it is where that is where the edges is. Now, the sharpest point where angle 60 degrees is written and where two lines meet is called the vertex or vertices. So that is what we meant by vertices and edges. And if you count it very well, you see that it is three. Now, number 4, it has three line of symmetry. So it is only equilateral triangle that has three line of symmetry. Remember, scaling triangle has no line of symmetry, while isosceles has just one line of symmetry, and equilateral triangle has three line of symmetry because all its sides and angle are equal. So you can fold it into a mini equilateral triangle. So that is that on this lesson. Lastly, for today, we have our assignment. Like we always said, that you should read and reread each slides to have a full and in-depth understanding on each point mentioned on those slides. Thank you. God bless you. Don't forget to click on our subscribe button so as to be updated on the next lesson. Thank you.